What's good? YouTube, it's your boy Foreign's back at it again. It's another Bible reading video, and today we're about to be reading out of the book of Nehemiah. Without further ado, man, let's get right to it. Okay, I'm about to be reading on Nehemiah chapters 1 and 2. Yes. Chapter 1. Oh, hold on. Reading late. Report from Jerusalem. The words of Nehemiah the son of Hakaliah. Now it happened in the month of Chislev in the 20th year, as I was in Susa um, the citadel, that Hanani, one of my brothers, came with certain men from Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews who escaped, who had survived the exile, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said to me, the remnant there in the province who had survived the exile is in great trouble and shame. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates are destroyed by fire. Nehemiah's prayer. As soon as I heard these words, I sat down and wept and mourned for days. And I continued fasting and praying before the God of heaven. And I said, O Lord God of heaven, the great and awesome God who keeps covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandments, let your ear be attentive and your eyes open to hear the prayer of your servant that I now pray before you day and night for the people of Israel, your servants, confessing the sins of the people of Israel, which I have sinned against you. Even I and my father's house have sinned. We have acted very corruptly against you, and have not kept the commandments, statutes, and the rules that you commanded your servant Moses. Remember the word that commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the peoples, but if you return to me and keep my commandments and do them, though your outcasts are in the uttermost parts of heaven, from there I will gather them and bring them to the place that I have chosen, to make my name dwell there. They are your servants and your people, whom you have redeemed by your great power and by your strong hand. O Lord, let your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant, and to the prayer of your servants who delight to fear your name, to give success to your servant today, and grant him mercy in the sight of this man. Now I was a cupbearer to the king. Nehemiah sent to Judea. Chapter 2. In the month of Nisan, uh, I don't know what month that is in the Jewish calendar, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, when wine was before him, I took up the wine and gave it to the king. Now I had not been sad in his presence. And the king said to me, why is your face sad, saying that you are not sick? This is nothing but sadness of the heart. Then I was very much afraid. I said to the king, let the king live forever. Why not my face be sad when the city, the builders of my father's graves, lies in ruins, and its gates have been destroyed by fire? Then the king said to me, what are you requesting? So I prayed to the God of heaven, and I said to the king, if it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor in your sight, then you would send me to Judea, to the city of my father's graves, that I may rebuild it. And the king said to me, the queen sitting beside him, the queen sitting beside him, how long will you be gone, and when will you return? So it pleased the king to send me when I had given him a time. And I said to the king, if it pleases the king, I'm assuming like he's so nervous because like this person could just kill him if he doesn't like him or says something wrong, like he's at risk for his life. I believe this is the king of Babylon, if I'm not mistaken. I might not be correct about that, so I'm sorry if I'm incorrect. Um, okay, so it pleased the king to send me when I give him a time, and I said to the king, if it pleases the king, let letters be given to me to the governors of the province beyond the river, that they may let me pass through until I come to Judea. And a letter to Asaph, the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the fortress of the temple, and for the wall of the city, and for the house that I shall occupy. And the king granted me what I asked, for the good hand of my God was upon me. Nehemiah inspects Jerusalem's walls. Then I came to the governors of the province beyond the river, and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent with me officers of the army and horsemen. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite servant heard this, It displeased them greatly that someone had come to seek the welfare of the people of Israel. So I went to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. Then I arose in the night, I and a few men with me, and I told no one what my God has put into my heart to do for Jerusalem. There was no animal with me, but the one on which I rode. I went out by night by the valley gate to this dragon spring and to the dung gate, and I inspected the walls of Jerusalem that were broken down and its gates that had been destroyed by fire. Then I went on to the fountain gate and to the king's pool, but there was no room for the animal that was under me to pass. Then I went up in the night by the valley and inspected the wall, and I turned back and entered by the valley gate, and so returned. And the officials did not know where I had gone or what I was doing. And I had not yet told the Jews, the priests, the nobles, the officials, and the rest of who were to do the work. Then I said to them, you see the trouble we are in, how Jerusalem lies in ruins with its gates burned. Come, let us build the wall of Jerusalem, that we may no longer suffer derision. And I told them of the hand of my God that had been upon me for good, and also the words that the king had spoken to me. And they said, let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for the good work. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite servant and Geshem the Arab heard of it, they jeered at us and despised us and said, what is this thing that you are doing? Are you rebelling against the king? Then I replied to them, the God of heaven will make us prosper, and we his servants will arise and build. But you have no portion or right or claim in Jerusalem. So, I mean, little did they know he got permission from the king himself. But yeah, that is it for this chapter. I don't I'm gonna do a little bit of research probably because I need a little bit more context on oh, I guess Ezra they were talking about the rebuilding too, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. God bless you guys. Tomorrow's video is gonna be very early in the morning because I'm gonna be traveling all day. So it's not gonna be in the normal nighttime schedule. I'm probably gonna be uploading it around 2 or 3 a.m. Um so technically it'll still be in the daily frame, but it's just not gonna be at the normal time. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. God bless you guys as always, and catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.